Hey Insiders, welcome to Season 2, Episode 7 of the Microphone Insider Live Video Podcast. Tonight's guest is the talented creator, writer, and showrunner of the incredible BRAWN podcast, Jason Beard. Welcome to the Inside.
All right, we're back.
I always love that intro.
Yeah, how are you, baby?
Good.
Did I see a full bottle next to you? I mean, I've got my coffee.
No, we were whole ass off the air. You didn't have to call me out like that. But yes, it was.
Oh, that a girl.
Oops.
Nice.
That's feedback.
It's all good. This is the Microphone Insider, our Season 2, Episode 7. Going with a little different funky look tonight. Going to see how that rolls for the New Year. So we have a great show lined up. I don't think Mike's going to join us today. He has his Christmas party, so he's off doing the, whoop, whoop, whoop. But
that's what he's
we
doing.
do have, as Terry mentioned, the creator of BRAWN podcast and another spinoff that's coming out next year as well. These audio dramas that are just blowing up the voiceover world. And I'm happy to say that I believe everybody, maybe one person, is part of the crew, part of the cast, are all insiders.
There we go.
I think that's kind of cool.
Yay.
Cool. So how have you been? How have you been, Rebecca? It's been a dog's age almost. Thanksgiving.
It has been. It's been too long without you, baby. Booked and busy. You know.
Oh, that's good.
Luckily. But yeah, we've done some traveling. We've separated. We had a break because of the holidays. So I'm trying to lose those 5 or 6 pounds that I found. And other than that, just enjoying, feeling grateful, feeling full of gratitude for you.
Nice. Where are you jet setting off to tomorrow? You must be going someplace exotic and erotic. I mean, geez.
No. But I will be heading next week. I'll be heading to Fayetteville, North Carolina, where I'm from, to spend the holidays with my mom and my fam. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Not so exotic.
Terry, do me a favor. Mute yourself when you type, because you type loud, my friend. You type loud.
Like a dinosaur, yeah.
He's like boom, 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 boom. It's like everything's shaking. It's like, what the hell's going on? Oh, geez, I just
strongly worded letter.
Who writes a letter anymore?
He's Karening.
He's channeling his inner Karen. There you go.
That's the message to the manager. That's what that is.
Yeah, let me talk to your manager. This is our last show of 2024. Because of the holidays and all that. You know, I mean, I think Christmas is on a Wednesday this year. That means New Year's on a Wednesday as well. So instead of going the day after and all that. So we'll be off. After today's show, we'll be off until January 9th. And when we come back heard. Is that you say it? Heard? Hard?
Yes, sure.
I don't know. What do I know? Trying to hang out with the kids, you know? Not in a creepy way either. Well, whatever. I suppose that's all in the eyes of the beholder.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, creepy is in the eyes of the beholder. Let's see. I've got, we have Jessica Blue, dubbing wizard, coming up.
Yes.
Met her a second time down in Mayville. I was psyched to see her. Tim Powers.
Yeah.
If you guys know who Tim Powers is, he does Timprov. He was actually my first coach, Terry's first coach, and Mike Cunningham's first coach.
Well, that I did not know. That's going to be special.
That's actually how we all met, because he has his Facebook group called the Mic Droppers, which we're all members of, and that's how we became friends. So, yeah.
That's wonderful.
And then after that, God, don't even ask me how I pulled this one off.
How'd you do it?
No, I said don't ask.
Oh, God. Okay.
I can't talk about it yet. There's still restraining orders out. I mean, at least wait.
And also, you probably sold your soul.
I did a lot more than that. Tina Marasco, people. Tina Marasco was coming to town with us on February 6th or 9th or whatever the that Thursday is. So yeah, so Tina's coming to town, and I'm talking with JMC about
Yeah.
how we're gonna pull off a live microphone insider in Atlanta.
Okay.
We're all gonna be there.
During the VO Atlanta, you're talking about, yeah, we might as well.
We're all gonna be there. Why
All
not
the
throw a
crew.
party? Why not do something live, crazy, on the air, and just, be out of our minds over it? I'm trying to find the little thing
Really?
where people comment. So I'm sure people are making comments. Oh, here they are. Give me a second here. Let's see what people are doing. Oh, Emily. There we go. Emily's part of the Leo BRAWN family.
What up, Emily?
Katie Jostock. Actually, I think she's joining us too, believe it or not. So hashtag booked in Betty. Raisin. What's up, DF, my friend? Who else we have with us? Annie Plurd. Dorian. Dorian, we still have to talk secrets, man. I still
really
want to get
don't.
you on the show, little Dorian.
You really don't.
Oh, we should do my special others show. We should get. Oh yes. We should. Could Melanie host something like that? See, we'll just all go out drinking together. We'll just let Melanie and everybody else take care of it. But let's see. What's the temperature? What's the temperature there, Dorian?
Here in Playa, yeah.
Let's see. What is the temperature there?
72 at night. It's nice and warm. And today was a cool day for us, so.
Yeah, it's 27.
Did we mention we live by the Caribbean? We're
Yeah,
right beside
thank
the
you.
Caribbean. Anytime, okay.
Yeah, Katie, it's 72. Thanks. It's 27 here at high noon in New Hampshire.
other-
So yeah, we just flipped that
other way
right
around.
around, my friend. Let's see here. Terry Briscoe. Oh, Terry's joining us. That's great, Terry. Thank you. Appreciate that.
That sounded.
Just try to see what else we have. DF Raisin. All right, cool.
up, what's
Dorian,
up?
let's go. No, Dorian, don't. You seem to miss the whole
No.
concept, Dorian. See, you'll be on the show,
And we
and
go
we'll
drinking.
be drinking.
Bye.
That's our show. All right, listen, we have a lot to get to tonight. It's going to be a fun show. Jason Beard is one of the most up and coming, brilliant, genius, demented, sick as all hell, would not let near my children kind of person. But he takes all that energy and he
Okay.
puts it on into words and stuff. So
Y'all are welcome.
yeah, but you'll know what I mean when you meet the guy. He's a bit wackadoo. He's as opposed to wackadone. Oh, okay. Dorian understands it now. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Dorian. Cool. Maybe I gave her too much credit. Did I give her too much credit? Just a smidge. Okay. Let's just get at it. Terry, here we go, man.
Boom.
If Terry can cook it, you can too. His friends are his reason to bring food to you. Chef Briscoe Power, bringing dinner to yours and mine.
That never gets old.
It
love it.
never gets old ever.
That
It's the best thing of all
never
time.
gets old. What
Wish
is
she was here so I could embarrass him more about
That's
it.
an
It was
old
great.
picture, right?
That is the last show's picture.
All right, let's get rid
so
of that.
you can have the drink along
Meat.
with the.
I see meat.
Tonight we are doing a garlic butter steak bites with Parmesan cream sauce. So your ingredients,
like
you're gonna
cream
need
sauce.
1 pound of steak cut into bite-sized pieces, 2 tablespoons of butter, 5 cloves of minced garlic, a half a cup of beef broth, 1/2 cup of heavy cream. Make
Talk
sure it's
to me,
heavy.
Daddy.
There you go. And a half cup of grated Parmesan cheese and fresh parsley for garnish.
I might
All right,
be
and here's what you're gonna
cigarette.
want to do. Yeah, these are really good. Number one, we're gonna season those steak bites with salt and pepper. Definitely put a lot of salt and pepper on there because the sauce is gonna take some of it away. You want to melt that butter in the skillet over high heat. Add the steak and cook until brown for about 3 to 4 minutes. Remove that steak and set it aside. Don't lose any of the liquid. In that same skillet, you want to add the minced garlic and saute until fragrant. If you don't know what that means, basically when you start smelling the garlic cooking. Then you want to stir in the beef broth. It says pour, but stir it in, scraping the bottom of the skillet to release the brown bits. Yeah. Then you also want to stir in that heavy cream slowly with that and add the Parmesan cheese. You
Pan
wanna
sauce.
simmer, not continuously cook at the same temperature. You want
Simmer.
to simmer it until the sauce thickens. After that, you want to put
Shady,
that
Katie.
steak back into the coating in the sauce, and then you want to garnish it with parsley, and it looks like
this.
Uh-uh.
This.
You know what?
There
I
you go.
personally I like a little bit more cream on my brown parts, but if you could just, but it looks delicious.
Girl.
It looks delicious.
Thank you.
You need more
I have
cream
mine
on your
over
brown parts.
potatoes.
The brown bits. Hashtag
brown
brown
bits.
bits, as JD said.
Hashtag
I keep
cream
saying.
on the brown bits.
That's it. That's gonna
There
be
we
the name
go,
of my.
Katie.
That's
Come
gonna
through,
be my
Katie.
first porno movie. That's gonna be my porno movie right there.
Cream on the brown bits.
Hashtag green on my brown parts.
Personally, I mean that's just me. That's just me. Your mileage may vary.
Some people like to be creamed. Some people like to cream. So there you go, raisin. Yeah, good thing we're not regulated by the FCC because we
That
never would have made it
been
to
shut
season
down
2.
tonight. Yeah,
Tonight.
but y'all are welcome.
Yeah, take those jokes with you. Make this for your in-laws and be sure to use that I want more cream on my brown bits line because I'm sure mom-in-law would love it.
Blow up the group chat.
Nice. All right. Oh, easy, Dorian. Okay.
You're bad, Jim. So,
Oh, God. Please put that on a T-shirt. All right. All right.
Okay,
Hashtag
yeah.
brown. What is it? Hashtag
bits, parts.
more cream on my brown bits. God, I love this show so much. All my angst and anxiety and anger and everything that builds up throughout the week. I just splooge it all out over here. All
There
over
you
here.
go.
It's done.
Oh, you mean it just
cream.
melts away. It just melts
That's
away.
it. Melts away. You know what? Let's get to our guest here. If you guys have any questions for Jason, put them in the chat. Please make sure that you put the word Q or question in front of it. Uh-oh. Wait a second.
There we go.
Katie Jostock.
There we go. TMI.
I know you're listening, Katie Jostock. If you're trying to eat your steak and it tastes like shit, just put some green on my brown bits. Whatever the case is, write a song. I can't do it. That's your job, Katie. Go for it. Hashtag just splooge it all away. That could be the name of it. That could be the album.
That's what
That
we
could
can
be
all do.
That could
That's
be
an
the
album
tour.
cover. I need a hoodie. Put it in
Join
the store.
Katie Uncaged on tour for I Just Splooged It All Away, where you'll hear hit songs like JMC, My Demos, What Should I Do? Put some shit on my brown bits, or whatever the hell it was. But yeah,
I love
this
Katie.
is going to be good. This is good. What is Raisin? Raisin, I want you to play nice here, okay? Think about
Who
who
knew
you
that one inappropriate comment would bring us together like this? This is my kind of Thanksgiving. This is my holiday. You know what I mean? It brought us all together in a common sense of filth, if you will.
Yes.
And now look at everyone. You know?
And that's what makes you and I a good team here, because
It
you think of
does.
these brilliant things innocently, and then I say, and we just exploit the hell out of it.
Oh, baby, you thought that was innocent?
No, I guess not. Oh, cream on my brown bits is going to be a wrap.
Definitely. I want Cardi B. I want Glorilla. Jason's getting bored. Can we bring him?
That's okay. We'll get Jason's afraid to go public, so don't worry about it. We're going to keep him in the wings for a couple minutes. Katie, I have an assignment for you. Katie Uncaged has an assignment right now. We're not back again until January 9th.
You're going to miss us.
I'd like an album or at least a decent playlist.
Oh, yeah.
Just throwing it out there. All I want for Christmas is a playlist from Katie Jostock. That's all I want. That's all I want. Well, of course it is. That's why you're here. Has this become the Katie show? Oh, for crying out loud.
Definitely.
I guess it has.
I
You know what?
prefer this to the Dorian show, so I prefer.
Of course you do. All right, let's
I like
bring
where
in
this is
Jason. Terry gave us the intro. Terry, do me a favor here. I'm going to pull you up here on Mike's screen for a second, even though he's not here to join us. Yeah, we'll just get rid of his name too. Why not? There you go. Give
Let's
us a little
do that,
intro for
right.
Jason, would you?
Absolutely. Everybody, tonight's guest is the creative powerhouse behind Shoestring TV, known for crafting engaging, budget-friendly productions that deliver big entertainment value. Leo BRAWN, his acclaimed character creation, captivates audience with a dynamic blend of grit, wit, and charm, showcasing Jason's storytelling genius. Together, they bring innovative, character-driven narratives to life, redefining independent television. Tonight's guest, everybody, the showrunner for Leo BRAWN, Jason Beard.
All right.
Come on, Jason.
Now, I'm thinking maybe we should intro you as a combination of college smarts and therapy.
I just can't believe I have to follow cream on your brown parts or brown bits.
Listen, sorry.
Hey,
And now you know
it's
what
going
you're
to be
getting
an
into,
episode
baby.
now.
Topaz and Stillman, episode 3. There's cream on my brown parts.
You know what? That may happen.
I'm thinking the
Topaz
song.
and
I'm thinking the
Stillman.
song needs to be in the show.
I'll be reading the script like,
Okay,
you really put this in here?
we need to make a decision here right now before Katie gets all crazy. Sorry, before Katie gets all crazier. We need to make is it brown bits or brown parts? I like bits.
True.
I like bits. I
Double
like
B.
bits.
Yeah, because
I
brown
do
bits.
like bits.
You know.
I don't know if that's what I said, but I think bits is cuter. So that's more ladylike. It's more demure and mindful. So
Yeah.
we'll go with
Well,
bits.
yes.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
must be demure and mindful.
Yeah.
Of-
Plus,
at
it
all
also
times.
rhymes like if you're gonna say something like, "Well, I actually I don't want to."
Oh, here we go. Don't.
Things that rhyme with
Bust the
bits.
rhymes.
Yeah, you can put it on
Oh
bits
my
and
God.
bits, baby. There you go, bits and
I'm,
bits.
I'm seeing a Willie Topaz promo for this song.
Like,
You'll introduce it.
Willie, listen, Willie, I'm telling you, you only gotta put the cream sauce on your brown bits once, all right?
That's
It'll
it.
only burn the first time.
after that, it kind of starts to tingle.
We're writing the show for you, Jason. We don't even need you right now. Hold on a second.
I love it.
Let's
I
just
love
get
it.
rid of Jason,
It's
bring
happening.
Terry in hard. Here we go.
Well, that's how you got the cream on the brown bits.
All right. Enough going on.
Hey, focus. Everybody's a
Okay,
comedian.
focus, people. Focus.
All right,
Not
serious
everybody is as,
discussion.
you know,
Again,
as I
we
am.
are joined with Jason Beard from Shoestring TV, creator of Leo BRAWN and a new spin-off of Leo BRAWN that's coming out, which we're kind of making the big announcement of it this evening to a point. I mean, it's kind of been out there a bit, but Terry plays a character called Willie Topaz, and everybody wants to sleep with Willie, even my wife.
Everybody.
Everybody. Yeah. Just his voice, though. I mean, she sees the picture and says, no. But not his brown bits. No, but
I'll take it.
but he plays a character called Willie Topaz, who is a action star from the 80s, Brock Gatling.
Yep.
And I am his manager, Maury Stillman. And we're doing the Leo BRAWN episode, first table read, and Terry and I just started riffing on Leo and not Leo, on Willie and Maury. I'm gonna put you over here, Terry, because Jason keeps trying to lean behind you. No, we can just do this if you want, Jay. No problem. But we started riffing on it, and Jason's like, okay, spin off. And lo and behold, a couple months later, we get the first script to look over, and it's Topaz and Stillman. I think I might have a Topaz and Stillman photo here I could bring
Yeah,
up.
let's see it. Let's throw it up.
Let's do it.
Let's go with this one. There we go.
Boom.
Topaz and
Yay.
Stillman.
Look at that.
Hey.
And look, Rebecca Lee's in
love
this
it.
too. Look at
You
that.
see that?
I know her.
Yeah.
Y'all see that?
Yeah,
Very
so
nice.
Rebecca's joining the cast. So who is Rebecca going to play? Do we say that now, or is that coming out later on?
Yeah, no, we can say it now.
All right,
It'll
give
be
us a little-
It's too late now.
Yeah. Lady Lazarus. She will be villain sometimes, and then sometimes she'll be helping. She's all powerful. She's a Hollywood producer and financier with ties potentially to organized crime, but we'll find out more about her as the series progresses.
So, is this the Rebecca Lee
So
story?
pretty much it's a biography, yeah.
Always playing those character roles.
No, but I was so excited when I found out there was the potential for this opportunity, and I must admit, it was really Jim and Terry who, I mean, they're saying I said spinoff, but really they were the ones who kept pushing it, and I, through their charm and wit and talent, I was like, okay, I can kind of see this. I can kind of see this
Yeah.
now. So like 80s Hollywood action comedy with a little
Cocaine
bit of
Drugs.
induced drug orgies.
Cocaine
It's gonna,
Prostitutes.
yeah.
Yeah.
with like a Tarantino-esque flair, lots of time jumping and humor and a good rhythm. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. I really can't
gonna
wait.
be
I
amazing.
love writing it.
So let's talk about Leo Braun. Let's pivot
Okay.
here to where it all began for us, anyhow.
Where it all
Is
began.
Leo your first audio drama that you wrote?
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
First
and
thing
this,
I've ever
this,
done.
this was something you originally were thinking about as TV series, correct? And then, or back
Yeah,
in the day?
in 2009, back in the day, I had graduated from film school, and I had just sort of ended my stint in sort of like the lower level roles in film and video production, and I was like, I just want to write something, and I sort of channeled this idea. It just kind of came to me, and I love horror, I love comedy, and I'm a huge movie buff, so I just kind of wrote 12 episodes and didn't really know what to do with it after that. And then a buddy of mine at film school told me there were going to be producers there, and that they were going to listen to some pitches. So they was like, here's a log line. I Googled what a log line was and then found out all the different things that I needed to do. And I showed up and I pitched, having never done it before, and I completely blew it. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just scatterbrained telling them, different scenes and different seasons. And they were like, whoa, 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 just slow down. When you pitch, just give them like the cold opening, and then we'll decide if it's interesting. Don't tell them
Yeah.
everything. So, but they did tell me it was a good idea, and then I sat on it until 2024.
So
when
this story has been marinating in your mind for 15 years. It's been
Basically.
haunting my mind for the past 5 months.
yeah, I could never shake it. I'm grateful for my day job. It's helped me afford to kind of do what I'm doing with Leo Braun, but it wasn't necessarily the most fulfilling thing. And I've always had this idea that I wanted to create and be a storyteller. And I had become such an enormous fan of podcasts. So once I kind of made the decision to go that route with it, I adapted the screenplays with more of my, well, some would question this whether it was a more mature sensibility, but that's where I kind of took it. I removed a bunch of like extraneous characters and made the story much more core about Leo and all of the characters that you guys have inhabited. So
Well, you did something right because it's the only piece of work that I'm in that my wife will listen to,
Well, there you
unless
go.
a unless a car commercial comes up organically that happens to be in the neighborhood. But yeah, she actually searches it out and does not allow me to listen without her. So
I love that.
kudos to you. Of course, season 1 is wrapped up. You just released the final episode of season 1 for Leo Braun.
Yep.
That's available wherever you find podcasts.
Wherever you
You have
want to.
you have a Patreon account as well,
Yep.
which you can get episodes early and character art and conception art and
Yeah.
things like that. So
Bonus clips and things like that.
yeah, and now you're also doing some vignettes, like little 15, 16 minute offshoots. Like you did Herman just recently, and I think I saw something that
Yes.
Stitch just did. Stitch being the lead character, Leo Braun. Stitch Mainville.
Yeah.
Stitch Mainville. Yeah.
Yep. Stitch Mainville. Yeah.
So
yeah.
you did
yeah,
one
he's
on
a writer
Herman.
in his own right. Yeah, we did Herman, and that was just mainly because I love that character. I love what Eric Carlino does with it, and so this was just an opportunity to take each character, individual characters, and sort of delve into their backstory and to just deepen the mythology of all of these characters. So, and plus I wanted to do something close to Halloween that would be super creepy and not conventional in the way that I had done the rest of the series. So that was just a way for me to sort of play with the soundscape and try and scare the hell out of everybody during Halloween, which is really the goal.
Now let's
It worked.
back up.
It worked.
Let's back up. You said soundscape. Now,
Yes.
I didn't realize that this is your first attempt at mixing soundscapes like this. We were into. I think I joined on episode 3,
Two.
or 2 or 3. Okay, 2. And by episode 4, it really started to sink into me, and the droningness and the heartbeat and the extra 10 seconds sometimes between scenes that just really draws me in. And when we talked about it for the first time, I was blown away that this is your first attempt at doing something like this. So kudos to you on that, because you fooled an audio guy who's been mixing for 26 plus years with radio stations. So good job, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I've used this quote a few times lately, but it's one that I really subscribe to, and it was something that Orson Welles, the filmmaker, famous filmmaker who did Citizen Kane, but he had said that it was ignorance that was the gift for him when it came to creation, because when he was shooting Citizen Kane, he didn't know what the technicians would say he should not do, or what the studio would say he should not do. He just did what he thought made sense or felt right. And so when I dove headfirst into this industry, which I am completely still a newbie when it comes to all of it, I'm learning every day, especially with getting to know all of you. I just listen more than anything to everything I can pick up on. But I mean, that was really what I did, was just I'll just dive in, and as far as the soundscape in particular, it was really just, well, what do I does it sound good to me? This is what I want to hear, and then I just went with it. And luckily, it turned out okay.
Any questions, you guys, at all? If anybody has a question out there, write it down and let us know.
I gotta say, you're right. The timing of the soundscape is especially on point, and the silence does just as much as the effects do sometimes. The anticipation of what you're going to hear sometimes, it just draws you in, and it's just done so really, especially in Herman. Like, it really, really, really showed in Herman, because it didn't lean too much on actual soundscape in Herman. It was like, just let the creepiness just settle in a lot of the scenes.
Yeah, so much of the soundscape there was abstract. It wasn't really part of a scene. It was just all this, atmosphere and ambiance that would kind of lead into the next scene or chapter. So it was a lot of fun. I mean, honestly, it's just been a gift. I mean, this was like sort of, as I turned 50, just making the decision to do this just gave me a new lease on life. Honestly, it was just like, I've always wanted to do something like this. I was terrified to do it. I mean, I've mentioned before, like, I was terrified to reach out or open myself up to anyone. And then to meet the likes of all of you and Stitch and Emily, who's on. And I mean, I gotta say, having been in film and video production for many years, I mean, seeing the voice acting, voice performing community, I am blown away by how supportive they are to each other and rooting for each other. You don't see that everywhere, not in corporate world and other places. So, I mean, I've just been completely blown away by it.
I tell you, there is one thing that I think, because of your, I don't want to say shyness, but your fear of reaching out at first to people, that you pretty much put these characters in our hands. You pretty much, you gave us a little bit of direction. But you pretty much put the characters in our hands and said, show me what you got. Which, for a voice actor, that's either extremely scary,
that's the dream,
or extremely awesome.
I love it.
I
Yeah,
do
I love
too.
it. Like,
You
let
know,
me hold it, baby. I got it.
I exactly. No, I mean, I do. I mean, if I haven't directed any like, official films or anything like that, but I do subscribe to the notion that you're bringing people in and you're trusting their knowledge and skill. Yeah, there may be a note here and there, but I'm not going to tell someone how to say a line or anything like that. I'm going to let them bring what they have to the table. And what I've loved is how much of a surprise it's all been. Maybe I'll have an idea in my head, and maybe I've conveyed it or maybe I didn't. And maybe the expectation will be different, but it's always been such a nice surprise. I mean, the way, Jim, that you've performed during, Satan, or Terry, the where you've taken Willie. I mean, those are just nice gifts and surprises. I mean, there are things that have happened that I didn't anticipate, and it's just so exciting. I
cool.
mean, that's my favorite part. I love writing it, and I love when I get to assemble all the dialogue and put it together.
When it came to character development and things like that,
Mm.
somebody says be a pirate, and automatically it's going to be "Arr, arr," I mean,
Yeah.
but why not be that French pirate? On God,
Yeah.
I mean,
Hmm.
so when you said devil, I mean, Lucifer, no, we take Satan to a
Yeah,
whole new sophisticated level. I mean, take him to a
it's
flamboyancy,
perfect.
take him to a pun intended devil may care attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how you have taken that and have written into that. And
Yeah.
as we moved forward with the scripts, and I see it with every character, that when you're writing the scripts for the next episode, you're now embodying what that character has
You're writing
become
for them. Yeah.
for
Yeah.
them,
Right.
and it's
Absolutely.
made the episodes not only easier to do, but better as they progress, which has been
Yeah.
Yep.
awesome.
That's pretty
Now,
cool.
season one's over.
Yep. It's done.
What's
It's done.
next?
Well, what's next? So we talked about, so for Shoestring TV, what's next is Topaz and Stillman in
Right.
January, end of January.
Yes.
And then for season 2 of Leo Braun, that will begin probably mid, like second quarter of next year. I have the pilot, or not the pilot, but the first episode of the second season written, and I have an outline. So I can tell people, like, if anybody is doubting where the show is going to go, I know where it ends. I know how it ends. So it's just getting there, whether that takes 3 seasons or more, but we will get there, and it
I
has a
see an adult
definitive
cartoon on
ending.
Adult Swim here someplace. Just saying it.
I absolutely.
Just saying it.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have
I
a
would
question
definitely
here
do that.
from Katie Joe Stock. Terry?
Let's see.
Yes,
Katie
I have
says,
seen that.
speaking of of sound mixing, have you
Messing.
seen The Sound of Metal with Riz Ahmed?
I sure have. I love that movie.
Okay, quick
Great
answer.
actor.
Nice. Done.
There you go.
Okay.
The sound mixing
DF.
was incredible in there. Yeah.
DF. Rebecca.
What inspired you to create the whole Leo Braun story? And did you have any help with refining to story and characters? The story and characters, I think.
Hmm. Oh man, inspired. I think it was. I think it was. It sounds cliche. I was sort of at a low point when it happened, or when I decided to write it, and so I think it was just sort of therapeutic in a way, but it was also just kind of a mixture of all my favorite genres: horror, comedy. You have a little bit of like government conspiracy. There's some crime, thriller, action, all of it mixed together, and then I started to fall in love with the characters, and so I just honestly just sort of channeled it. It wasn't, and I also wanted to do something that was. I was seeing a lot of great like cinema style television at the time, which inspired me as well. Like your Breaking Bad or your Mad Men or the things
Yeah.
on HBO. It was those types of things where I'm like, okay, they're really changing the landscape of television. So that's why I envisioned it originally as a series. As
That's
far
dope.
as help with refining, I think it would be the actors involved. I mean, I
Yeah.
certainly have an idea, but as we've develop the characters together. If there's an idea or something that, one of the actors wants to go with, let's do it. Let's try it. Let's see where it lands.
I will
And
say all
I
the
have a
improv
question
that
of my
I've
own.
done and all the improv that Terry's done has made the show.
Made the
Lines
whole
like
show?
oh yeah,
like my bacon flavored henchman, my sausage sniffing snow, whatever his. I mean, yeah, we just you
So
go off on a riff
modest.
or a tangent, and Jason would use them. It's
Yeah.
my henchman was a pig. That's all. Katie
Got
has a
it. Got
follow
it.
up.
Got it.
All right, Katie has a
I've
follow
got a
up
question of my own. Oh, was there one? Okay.
Yeah, she just has one quick follow up question. She wants to know
Sure.
if she's so good at asking questions.
So good.
So
Okay.
So
good.
good.
and I'm good at answering
Thank
them,
you.
right?
Because thank you. Yes, you are.
What do you have,
I'm
Rebecca?
I'm a words of affirmation type of chick. So yeah, y'all keep them coming. I will definitely make you feel good. Um, for mine, how do you go about creating a compelling story that translates well into audio? Are you just hearing voices in your head all day, or how do you know how to make that? Because probably, and blink twice if you need,
Help.
Yeah.
Um, but how do you create a story that you know is going to translate simply in audio?
I think
Oh, the glasses. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I have to get
Oh.
serious, and I'm sweating.
Gather round,
No,
kids. Gather round.
Still thinking about the cream and the. I know we got away from it. I'm bringing it back.
All these brown bits.
That sounds weird, but I wouldn't say they're voices, but the ideas do just sort of seep in, and I don't know where that comes from, but I am probably even subconsciously thinking about the story and the characters all the time. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that is part of it, and I think it's also just as I get to each episode, there's this type of story I want to tell. Maybe one of the episodes is like, I really want to just be scary and creepy in this one, and then the next one is going to be, let's bring the heart and humanity into it and some humor. So it's really just kind of testing the waters with how flexible the series can be. Can we do broad comedy? Can we do horror? Can we do something that almost like borders on sci-fi? But at the heart of it, you still have these characters that, even though they're in hell, and even though they sometimes
Even though they're
transport
in
to
hell.
Earth, it's
But
very,
hell's a great place to be, baby. I mean, there's
it
a
is
lot
right
going
now.
on.
There is. But at the heart of it, these are all people who, I mean, I guess the way I looked at it was, we're all flawed. We're all designed to sort of be flawed in many ways. And the idea was to sort of bring those flaws to the surface. All of these characters are looking for some sort of redemption. And what an
Yeah.
odd, strange place to have it take place in this Hell 2.0 landscape.
That's what's up. I do have a
Have a-
follow-up if anybody doesn't mind.
No, go for it.
Go for
All
it.
right. Do you have a favorite episode? And if you do, why?
Gosh.
Is this a good one?
This is a good one because I've never thought about it. That's tough. I will say one that really stands out to me was the Come Hell or High Water episode, and I think it was because it was a complete departure at the time from what had been before in the series so far, where there was so much world building and so much sort of dense material for all of the actors to get through. And this was one where they were finally they're off duty. It was, it was Willie, it was Leo, Jillian shows up, you got Billy Beauchief in there at one point, and they're all hanging out in a bar and having a conversation, and there were laughs. And I don't think it's any surprise, other than like our pilot episode. It's like the second highest downloaded episode we've ever had. And I think there was just something about that where you were actually getting to see the camaraderie between these characters. And I got to bring in the marksman, which was for me a personal goal. I just love that sort of mysterious assassin character. So that was another fun.
And I
aspect
love
to
that
it,
you
but
had
that's
me
one of the
call him
favorite.
Marky Mark because I really like that.
Yeah.
Marky Marksman. Yes.
Let's stay there for a second. Have there been any of the characters who you've decided to give a larger role to because the actor just was so good at it?
Well, yeah, I'm put my glasses back on.
Right.
Uh,
Y'all making them say the quiet part out loud. Don't do that. Don't put that man on the spot.
I know I am not saying this because she is on, but Emily just really knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
I know this was a newer
Absolutely.
experience for her, and it was for me as well. But when she started, she had done sort of these sort of like secondary supporting roles, and then I had this idea. It's like, we're dealing with hell, but let's deal with what's happening on Earth. And her storyline for Laurie Stryker actually takes you in that direction. That's where we meet Maury for the first time, was in that episode. And
Yeah.
Maury
Yeah.
was her manager as well. So the strength of her performance led to me creating Laurie Stryker. That was actually one of the characters that wasn't in the original screenplays, but it allowed for, let's also deal with drama and things that were happening on Earth. And so that's where that led. And so then I guess I won't spoil anything if you haven't heard it, but her whole story arc and where she ends up by the end of, I think, the second episode of her storyline was just a real fun kind of twist and surprise.
That's dope. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Have any questions? Let us know. Put them down in the chat. Write the word question, or the glasses are coming off.
The
Bitches.
glasses
Yeah.
is coming off, bitches.
Put a Q in front of it. So are all the characters primarily set for Leo Braun now, or do we have any major surprises or people coming in that you can talk about, or at least allude that there may be?
All I would say, the vast majority of the characters that you'll be listening to are there. There are two characters that aren't in there yet. That one will be introduced in the second season and will play a big part of things to come. And that's really all I can say about it because I want it to be a surprise.
Fair enough. All right, Terry, one of the wards have a question. We have a Steve Ward and Andrew
One of the
Ward, who
wards.
both belong in a ward. But
Jason was about to say something. Do you want to follow
Oh,
up?
I was
there?
just.
I'm
I was
sorry.
just going to say,
Late?
no, I thought of it late, but it will give Satan a run for his money in season 2.
Oh,
say
now
that.
this I want to see.
Wait.
Jim's whole face just changed.
The man said, he said that's all he can say. That's all he can say.
But it's not all I can say. So someone gives me a run for my money. Do they not know who I am? Do they not know who I used to be? Don't take my niceties and Dante as weakness.
I shouldn't have called you back up. Never mind.
Nope. See what you did?
My bad. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the
Accountability.
landscape of hell, because what we've seen thus far, we've only seen 2 regions of hell, basically, if you count the cave 3, right? So we got Dante, the cave, and then the outlands where the marksman was banished to, right?
Right. Yeah. And then
But
everything
we've
else
heard
is,
of the land. We've heard of
Right.
this, but we have not heard of it. Are there other regions besides this
yeah.
and Dante?
Yeah, there are other places, and that's another thing. So without giving anything away, that's why where season 1 goes, I wanted to be able to explore that more deeply in season 2. And so instead of so much bouncing back and forth between hell and Earth, it's going to largely take place in hell and exploring these other regions. If you think about it, now that certain characters will have easy transportation to get around, and they may visit the city of Dis finally. But we've had characters referenced like the Stygian Marsh and the River Styx and places
Yay.
like that, but we haven't actually been there yet. So there's a ton of different places that we will. That's not a spoiler, but we will be visiting a lot of different places that just haven't been mentioned yet.
Sounds like Satan's planning a tour of hell. Ready for it. Terry, Andrew had a question I wanted to get to it before we forget.
Question is linked to the party here, but where is the best place to catch up on episodes?
Well, you can listen on, I think, just about any listening platform, really, or you could go to our Patreon site, and it's patreon.com/c dash. They added the C to the URL recently. I don't know why. /Shoestring TV, and you can see all of the episodes there. All of the core episodes are there for free, and then we do have some like exclusive stuff that was just released for our subscribers. But all of
Feet
the
pics?
main episodes are there. What's that?
Feet pics?
Feet pics. You said exclusive stuff. I'm trying to figure out, is it demon feet?
He's waiting for
My
you to
feet?
deliver them.
Oh, I'm coming. Okay.
I'll tilt the camera down. You got
I
to
need
see
a
these guys.
pedicure.
I mean, cream on your brown bits isn't enough. You need
Exactly.
feet pics too?
Exactly. Be patient. I just figured this out tonight. It's coming. Literally.
Literally.
You see what you're getting yourself into, Jason?
Right? Yeah. I mean, nothing's off the table. I could see Leo getting a pedicure.
Jason,
Sure,
a
why not?
businessman.
Yeah. See, Katie, I told you we talk about feet today. Katie actually does have a question. This is a great question, actually. If you could
Yeah.
be
It
any
is.
character in Leo BRAWN, who would you want to be and why?
Oh man.
I mean, the answer is very clear.
That's right.
Yeah,
Say-
I think you have to go with it. I think you have to go with Willie Topaz, right? I think
Yeah.
the ladies love him.
yeah.
You know,
It's like,
he
what do you want-
died in peak physical condition. That can't change. He's still, I mean, like,
has his
who
own
wouldn't wanna
drink.
be that guy.
You know?
As
Right.
like drink, yeah, the topaz.
Right.
I
He does
mean,
his own stunts. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Not to
You
mention,
got a
I
cool
mean,
car? Like, what more could you want?
when people would ask you if you weren't doing the job you were, what would you be? A porn star and a race car driver.
There you go.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
I like your hat, Mr. Jim. Just scroll down in the chat because y'all are getting worse. Katie's family is actually watching, and you're gonna be a what, Jim? Was it a porn
Oh.
star? And what? Hey,
Cream on
Junior.
your brown bits, yes. Yeah. Oh, Katie, this is the same guy.
And a
that-
race car driver.
Yeah, race car driver. Yeah. So Katie's trying to go to all these, different conferences, and she keeps telling her husband she's going to meet up with me. We may stop having to say that because from what I see here, he's not that excited. Oh, her son. Your son heard me say brown bits?
And also
Uh-oh.
porn.
All right. Well, I have a animation short that I have on my website. It's some crying ghost, and I guess Katie's son needs to listen to it all the time. He calls me Mr. Jim. So that's where that thing came from. Yeah. So,
Mr.
That
Jim,
part
the
is
crying
wholesome.
ghost. Right?
Jason, do me a favor. After the show, or if you can do it now, whatever, or randomly throughout episodes, post on the Microphone Insider that a new episode is dropped, and here's where you go to get it, or post to the Patreon account. Feel free to do that because, that's what TMI is about, too much info, because you can never have too much info in this business.
Too much.
Yeah. Rebecca Emily, a.k.a. Lori Stryker, has a question for Jason.
Hey, Miss Stryker. Are there any novelties with Leo BRAWN branding? If so, how do we get them, and is there a timeline?
There
As you-
isn't much in the way of merch. However, we do have mugs. There are more being created as we speak. So that's really about all we have now. I know on Patreon they offer you can purchase a digital. You could purchase a post or something, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. But we do have some mugs. They are welcome to the ORA mug. So as you know, when you become an ORA agent after your first demon hunt, you get a coffee mug. So there's a little, cross promotional thing happening there.
ORA. What is that?
Yeah.
Obsidian Recovery Agency, and that is the.
Where'd you get the title from, by the way?
Well, I don't know. I love words. I love the word.
Obsidian Man.
It should have been that, Jim. That's not why. But I love words. I love obsidian. I love that word obsidian, and so I wanted to use that somehow. And then recovery was you're recovering someone from being, possessed,
Yeah.
and agency. So that's where it came from.
That's pretty
Gotcha.
dope.
DF has a question, Jim.
DF has a question. I'm not seeing. Oh,
Good
there it is.
question,
Sorry.
too.
Here we go. Tough to see all the time. Take it,
Ah.
Terry.
DF Raisin, I have a few ideas for story projects like this, but no true idea where to start. Any advice or pointers you would give a newbie?
Yeah. Um, I mean, uh, first you have to ask yourself, I think, is this you want to tell a story, or at least in my opinion is you want to tell a story and write something that you would actually want to hear or see. It's got to come from your heart, really. And is it just something you can't avoid, you can't escape it, and you wake up thinking about it, you go to sleep thinking about it, that sort of passion, do you have the passion for that story? If that's true, then the next step is just making sure that you're getting it written down. Don't leave it in your head. It's got to be, just get it jotted down somewhere and write all the time, even if it's just for five. That's what I had to learn to do, was just like write every day, even if it's garbage, because it will be. At first it's just going to be garbage, but at least you're getting it out and you're getting that discipline and that flow. And eventually you'll get into a rhythm, and then you start, oh, that's not too bad. Okay, I'm keeping that. I can finally move on, skip to the next. And then decide, also what kind of format. Is it a series? Is it a film? Or is it feature length? If you're talking about for a podcast, is it, what kind of format do you want it to be? Is it serialized? Is it episodic? Just ask yourself those questions, and then really it's a matter of getting it, on paper, and just getting in that rhythm and habit of writing every day. I mean, the great thing about this industry, at least what I'm finding, is I didn't know much about it. But there are so many different avenues and ways to get started. There's not a lot that it takes to really, find a publishing platform. It's relatively inexpensive, and there are many of them, and they do a lot of the work for you. The hard part is finding the people that will come along with you on the journey,
Mhm.
and
Hmm.
there is luck. I mean, there's luck involved. I was terrified of putting myself out there, and I was not just because I thought people would, laugh at me or laugh at the idea, but also, you know, who am I inviting in to my bubble, my world? And it's turned out to be, the best decision. I credit my wife for it, because she's the one who pushed me to do it. She's like, don't try and do this all yourself like you've done everything else. Just open yourself up to people. And it's turned out to be the best thing. We have this great, like, family between TMI and Shoestring TV, and we just have some of the best cast members going. I pinch myself just at how lucky
Oh,
I've been.
go
So
on. No, seriously,
Don't
go on.
stop.
Tell us more about it. Yeah.
so, Raisin, I hope that answers your question. If not, I mean, I can, anytime reach out. I guess I could give my contact information out as well. If you have any other questions that you would want to discuss, I'd be happy to talk to you about it.
Yeah,
I
cool.
just came up with a new one.
Mhm.
How similar is this to writing screenplays for? So my partner and I are both in a program right now, a mentorship with
Mhm.
the WGF or WGA, to write screenplays, and we're gonna at the end of it get to pitch and everything. How similar is this to writing for TV or writing for a movie? Is it very much the same kind of format, or is it different in ways?
I think it's very similar, and that was all I was really used to, was writing like
Got it.
screenplays and scripts like that. But the one thing that of course, I was the first season I was adapting from older material, and of course there were things that were written in a way that, someone would see. Now it was
Hmm.
adapting that into, okay, I don't need to say that anymore. Now it's about what can they hear, and how much of that can I tell through the sound versus I need someone to describe.
Say it, yeah.
Right. And so that was the real challenge. And of course, I'm learning how to do that and have more of a balance. And I our wonderful narrator Andy Parkin, I mean, when he started, I really
So
was
good.
putting him
So
through it.
good.
He's so good, great voice, but I mean, he had pages of stuff at first. And
Oh,
so I have learned to balance that a little bit, so that
okay.
I'm not relying so
Oh, it's not
heavily
all on
on.
him.
Right. Yeah.
For you new guys
But
that are just about to listen to this, sorry to interrupt, Jason. I just thought of this real quick before I forget. For you people that are now going to listen to Leo BRAWN, now going to enjoy all the episodes, I want you to have some alcohol with you, because every time that Andy says and Leo's suitcase starts to vibrate, you need to
You'd be
drink.
so tore up.
Okay, I'm not lying.
It's so
I'm not
true.
lying.
no.
It'd be so tore up. We got to do that at
Yeah.
if we do like a table read like at New Year's. We've
Oh,
got to
that'd be
play
Oh,
the
that's a
game.
great
We
idea.
put on an episode and just play the game.
That'd be
See
fun.
how
That's a
it
great
goes.
idea.
That would
Oh,
be
Yeah, so
Stephanie's in
if
the
you
house.
if you're not aware, the ORA agents carry briefcases, and they act as portals, so they can receive objects and stuff that can help them with their demon hunts. And when they do, Rebecca, I'm just gonna say it, the briefcases vibrate. But it's innocent, and you know.
So, you know what? Nope.
she's like,
not
"And where
gonna,
can I
not
get
gonna
one of
take
these?"
the bait. Nope.
yeah.
It was close. I was
all right.
like, not gonna go into the bathroom with a suitcase. Not gonna do it.
All right, Dorian. I think I know what to get her for Christmas now. Some new luggage. Just saying. Stephanie's here.
Stephanie's
I
on.
showed it
Awesome.
up here. Stephanie Johnson was joining us. She says, "Hey."
Hey, Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie.
Yeah, she's
What's
part of
up,
the cast now.
Steph?
Katie
Amazing
has
work.
I believe it's a legitimate question. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, Jason.
Okay.
You talk about the persistence when it came to approaching a creative task you weren't sure how to tackle. Do you have to have some strong self-talks with yourself?
Oh yeah, I mean, all of this. I mean, if you think about when this story started and to how long it took me to actually do anything with it, it's all come down to probably self-talk at some point, and struggling with my own confidence, or just really not lacking the confidence at different times, and having and not feeling like I could do it. I mean, like when I wrote it and actually had people reading it for the first time, that was validation in and of itself, that it wasn't like, this really sucks, you should hang it up and just go back to whatever it is you do. And that didn't happen, so it was all along the way. It's just like, okay, just keep doing it. I was lucky enough to speak with a producer who does he's been in the industry for many years, and he had no reason to take my call, but he did, because he's a huge fan of audio dramas. And he just encouraged me. He says, no matter what, just don't stop. It'll pay off. You just have to keep doing it. Just don't stop. Don't, even if you're discouraged, if you look at the numbers and it's, not the number of downloads you wanted to see that week or whatever, just keep going. And so I mean, again, and that's that support that I don't think you see in every industry, but he was super supportive. Everyone in the cast has been supportive. And so it hasn't just been self-talk. I've had a lot of people really encouraging me along the way, all through this process. But yeah, I mean, it's a daily challenge to say, okay, just, we're all people, and we're all sort of faking it until we make it at some point.
Yeah.
So just keep going.
Speaking of faking it till she makes it, looks like you're getting some new hardware for Christmas. So
Getting
that's
me a present.
ain't no faking it now.
Can you make it more like clutch or hand, like wallet size? It's a bit more convenient that way. It's kind of hard to
No.
handle,
This is
you know?
full. This is full service.
Yeah. And
Okay?
I don't think
You got
it,
it.
I don't think you want something called clutch either. Just
I
throwing it out
prefer-
there.
I have a question. Something that, because oddly enough, we haven't addressed in the show yet. Maury is clearly still alive, right?
Yes.
And Lori was his client, as was
Right.
Willie, right? But they haven't discussed Maury at all. How is that
Right.
possible?
Okay. No, it's true, and I have an idea for that. I don't want to spoil too much, but I'll just throw this out there. Willie and Lori seem to work well together, and they work often together. So there may be something in season 2 that sparks that conversation, or maybe more. We'll see.
Looks like
All right,
Willie's
Anthony, let's go.
suitcase might vibrate. That's all we're saying.
Might be.
There's some hot rod condoms be up in there.
Jeez. Some topazes too. Actually, it was Emily wrote that we need to mix up some topazes for that drinking game.
That's right.
That's
Some
like
topaz surprise.
No one will live through that.
you're not allowed to actually drink a topaz surprise. There's too many alcohols in it, I believe.
Yeah.
So, do you have some speed round questions by any chance, Rebecca? Ready to go?
Of course.
Of course
Always.
you do. As do I. Jason, I'm going to ask you a couple of speed round questions. These are 2 and 3 word answers. Nothing really in depth needed. Just like what's your favorite number? Give you an easy one. So yeah. You want to start off there,
I
Rebecca?
can find it. Basically, it was like, hold on, let me find it. It was written down much more cutely than I'm fixing to say it. Have you ever used your own voice in an audio drama and regretted it?
Oh, the first 2 or 3 episodes of Leo BRAWN.
Got it.
Cake or pie?
Cake.
Rain or sun?
Ooh, sun. I think sun. I like rain too, but I'll go sun.
Okay.
Godfather or Star Wars?
I have to go Godfather.
Spicy or mild?
I gotta go mild.
I think I know the answer to this question, but do you like the word dapper?
I love the word dapper.
I know you do.
Do you think aliens exist?
I do.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
If you could use a briefcase yourself, what would you call?
What would I want sent
Come
to
out
What
of
would you
it.
want the portal to bring you?
I would want some of those brown bits, I think.
And on that note, thank you so much for joining us, Jason Beard.
Mic drop.
We appreciate having you here.
That was well played,
go
sir.
back
Well
on.
played.
Well done. I'm impressed. I like that.
I am very, very impressed with that. Jason Beard, ladies and gentlemen, Shoestring TV, Leo BRAWN. Listen to it, love it. It's addicting. Leave the lights on a couple episodes. Leave the lights off for a couple other episodes.
Hey.
And as always, enjoy your creamy brown bits or creamy brown bits, whatever the case is. Jason, thanks for joining us, man. We'll talk soon, okay? All right, I'm just going to put you in the green room. You can hang out if you want, talk afterwards, or hang up, whatever the case is. We appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, time for us to say goodbye, Rebecca. That was a fun show, huh?
It was fun. I had a great time. And
I
thanks
did
everybody
too.
for joining us.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, all of them. I'm just
Kwanzaa,
gonna,
Hanukkah, all the
Kwanzaa,
holidays.
Hanukkah, and whatever else.
And the
Boxing
non-celebrant and the
Day.
pagans. Everybody.
Canadians with their Boxing Day, which is true.
All of it.
I do want to throw this up, and I forgot. I want to talk about it earlier before we go. I hope you guys realize that the TMI scholarship is you have until tomorrow, basically, to sign up for it. We've had a lot of people sign up for it. We're sending 2 people to Atlanta, full boat. When I say full boat, I mean
So that's the
weekend
full
pass.
ride.
Yeah, you're going to have to get your own
It's a big deal.
transportation, your own hotel, and any of the
Yeah.
extra add-ons are yours. But we're going to give you that $600 or whatever it is, $650
It's a
ticket.
big deal.
It is a big
Y'all
deal.
better jump on it. Come see
Pretty
us.
much.
We're all there. We're all there.
Yeah, and we're going to have, one way or another, either officially or unofficially, we're going to have a TMI party broadcast. It's either going to happen as an official Atlanta thing, or it's going to happen as an official in my hotel room thing.
It's
Either
gonna
way,
happen.
it's going to happen. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys after the new year. We're back on, to the math here, January 9th
Okay.
with Jessica Blue.
Let's
Very
do
cool.
it.
Guys, have a great day. Enjoy your holiday. Rebecca,
Bye,
miss
y'all.
you so much. Dorian, be sure to get the extra large suitcase for my girl. Would you please? I appreciate that.